The Yetuga is the first main boss in the First Berserker Khazan, and trust me when I say that this is not the place in the game where you want to get stuck, because after defeating him, the game really does start to open up, offering you different weapon options, a skill tree, and even the ability to change your difficulty. So if you are struggling, I'm going to break down exactly how you can beat him, all with no cheese, just using some straight up strategy. So let's jump in. Now really the hardest thing when it comes to Yetuga is the fact that this early in the game you're pretty underleveled. You don't yet have a lot of health or stamina and don't have really strong weapons or armors. So even if you do manage to put together a pretty good run, it'll only take him a couple of hits to kill you. Now to help with that, you should be able to pick up enough individual pieces of the Hound Armor set to get the 10% damage increased against Beast buff. If you don't already have the 4 pieces of the set that you need in order to get the buff, by the time you get to Yetuga, you should be able to farm them from the troll right outside the boss area. I was able to get the 4th piece of the set after killing the troll only a couple of times, and another advantage to this is that the troll basically has the same moveset as the Yetuga, so it could make for some good practice. And if you don't have the Hound set and don't feel like taking the time to farm the pieces, that's okay too, you don't really need it. Now there's really only a few main moves that you need to watch out for in phase 1, and I'd recommend getting comfortable with the parry and dodge timing of these so you can use these as opportunities to reduce Yetuga's stamina bar. I'm going to go ahead and turn on my controller view for this so you can see my parry timing. The first move is this one that I call the super jump and punch. This is where he winds up and comes down hard with a punch, and then follows up with another punch. This is usually his opening first move, and he does it a lot during the fight, so you'll want to get good at recognizing when it's coming. The second move is this 4-hit combo. Once again, if you get good at the parry timing for this, it's a good opportunity to reduce his stamina bar and gives you a good opportunity afterward to follow up and deal some decent damage. The third move you're going to want to be on the lookout for is the Superman lunge move. This is another move that he does fairly frequently, and if you're caught off guard by it, it can do a lot of damage. But it's easy enough to dodge away if you know it's coming. So just look for when he backs up a little and try to keep some distance. And if you stay in close to him following the dodge, you can run up behind him and deal some damage. Now once you get his health about halfway down, he'll move into phase 2 by charging up Super Saiyan style. And his moveset is going to be largely the same with a few exceptions. And the first is this ice boulder throw. Now I've experimented with this move a bunch, and here's the best way I found to counter it. When he starts to do his charge up, back away and then keep some distance, wait for him to start his descent, and then run towards him and dodge behind him. The iframes from the dodge should keep you from taking any damage, and if you're close enough to him, this will give you a good window to deal damage. The next move he usually follows up with is this ice breath move. The best way to counter this move is to stay close and try and run behind him. If you can manage to run behind him, you can deal a ton of damage because he's basically going to be locked into the move animation. And aside from these moves, most of his moveset is generally the same. Now let's put all the pieces together and I'll take you through my run where I defeated him pretty easily while only being on level 7 and not having the full wolf armor set. Okay, here we go. Lock on. Parry, parry, parry. Try to focus a lot on light hits. They just don't use as much stamina, and we don't have as much stamina this early in the game, so parry, parry. I like that move. It does that move a lot. Gets me there. Kind of roll out of the way of that one. Here's that 4-hit combo, 3, parry. Alright, hit. Get a bunch of hits in here. Starting out pretty good. Parry, parry. Kind of miss, but it's okay. Dodge move. Another lunge move. And then always try to get a couple of good hits in here before you go in for that fatal blow. It's just a good opportunity to get some extra damage in. Phase 2, back up. Try to keep a little bit of distance. When he goes up, then start to run forward and then dodge into it. Nice. And then he'll pretty much right away usually go into that frost move. So try to get right around the side. There we go. And then just, he's locked into that animation, so you can just get a ton of damage in here. Oh yeah, we got him right where we want him now. Getting pretty aggressive, totally out of stamina, trying to do some heavies. There we go, okay. Oh, back up. Oh, that was close. That was a little bit too close. Heal. Okay. Back up. That was close. Parry. There we go. Get a couple of extra moves in. Got him right where we want him. Finish him off. Yeah, nice. There we go. Took down the Yetuga. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you found it helpful, leaving a like or a comment to let me know would certainly be appreciated. And be sure to subscribe for even more tips, tricks, and boss guides for the First Berserker Khazan. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.